Welcome to another Peeves Tips and Tricks. I am Dr. Sherry Bainbridge with Holistic Collaboration, and once again, we're going to talk about stress. 90% of all illness comes from stress, and stress comes from, and I know you're going to think, lack of money, job issues, relationship issues. Nope. Those can affect how you deal with them as being either stressful or not stressful. Change your thinking and you change your lives, and you can change it on a dime. You want to know why you have such loop thinking and your brain is constantly trained to be thinking all the time? Because it closes you down to divine communication. It closes you down from messages that can aid you. And that includes the messages going, hey, let's do something about this thinking. Let me give you an example. Years ago, a decade ago, I went into the doctor who sent me to the oncologist in a heartbeat. And she did a blood test. I had a marker that was way high, and it's associated with a severe and rare bone marrow cancer called Polycythemia Vera. She wanted to do immediate, aggressive chemotherapy, and my training says, oh no. And the reason for that is because this amazing body we have shows symptoms before you come down with something. Most often, when you start to come down with a cold, do you not feel that back in the throat or back in the sinus feeling, and you go, oh my gosh, I'm coming down with something? If you stopped right then and there, took care of yourself like you were sick, you would shorten being sick at least 50%. And that makes a big difference when you're working and have responsibilities. So when I went to this oncologist, I said, nope, we're going to do a bone marrow first. And so they did a bone marrow biopsy. It was horrible. No pain medication was offered. My hip has a damage where it's 4 millimeters too far to the left. And so the doctor literally had her foot on my hip, pushing it up as she was trying to get the needle in. It was excruciatingly painful, but I survived. When the tests came back, you could have picked everybody up off the floor. I didn't have cancer yet. The first thing I did, and I'm not going to go into all the details, was drop something that was going on in my life causing me severe stress. And I dropped it to get it out of my life. Never given up, and neither should you. I have gone back, and almost a decade later, that marker is still down. She could not find a single person in this world that had lowered that marker. And the only thing I did was get rid of what was causing the most stress in my life and change my thinking about my whole situation. That's not always the easy thing to do, but I realized as I went through the experience that we really can change how we think on a dime. Anywhere and everywhere that we can lessen the stress in our lives, on our bodies, on our relationships, how we deal with them, makes a 90% impact in our life. So is it worth it? I'm standing here to tell you it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Divine love, everyone.